Home, you have 4 options. Play fence only. Play full game. Entering team select screen. The Cincinnati Bengals, the home team, are selected. Ready.
It's week 4 of the NFL. And up next is Xavier Howard, who's been stepping up to challenges all season, now at 8 interceptions. It's the Dolphins and the Bengals on Thursday night.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. Tonight, it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Entering play call screen. Kickoff middle.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati's offense takes the field, and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Entering franchise screen, you have 9 options. Resume is selected. Quit game is select. Resume. Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here we go. Okay, let's make some good plays today. Come on.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 65 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Entering play call, on plan, clear, there are 8, formation, I form, single back, play tight, option, run, pass, quick pass, there, wise, stick.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
R1 button.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Now, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Stick.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now
the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly. And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
23 yards, the final tally. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
There are 6 categories.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bangles in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Entering play call, inside, AHPA's power, play type, option, pass. Option is set to standard pass. Option is set to shotgun pass. Option is set to play action pass. Play, pass sprint HB, boot slide, deep cross.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. Now it's Tua.
R1 button.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
The Dolphins at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
R1 button.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Run. Pass. Option is set to play action pass. Option is set to standard pass. Option is set to quick pass. Quick white stick. Threaten spade. X slant. Jet touch pass. X slant.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Cross button.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Triangle
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Entering play. West stick.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a third and long.
Cross button. Cross button.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 and 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As Jamar Chase picks up a first down here, how about a quick reflection on his debut as a rookie? Set a new rookie receiving record and the Bengals franchise record with 1,455 yards and was 3rd in the league in touchdowns. He became only the 2nd rookie receiver named All-Pro since 1998, joining former LSU teammate Justin Jefferson, who did it in 2020.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Burrow looking to pass. This goes out wide for Mixon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 3rd down, Burrow.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here we go.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Miami set to take over. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Entering play call, personnel. There are 8 play formation. Hail, goal, gun, fist, weak, strong. I form, single back, wing type, pass slide, AHD stretch.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
X slant. Goal line fade. Jet pass FK zone. Goal line fade.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. He'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
X slant. Jet touch pass. Jet touch pass. Stick. Stick. D slant. Slant spacing.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. From midfield, here's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
There are 8 categories. You have 18 options. Field goal 62. Gun plan. There are player. There are 8. Gun plan. There are 8 categories. Threat. Player. There are 8. Formation. Play type. There are person. Run. Formation. Play. Run. Option. RPO. Special. Pass. Quick Y stick.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Caught by Wilson. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Entering play call. Entering franchise screen. Quit game is option. Coaching. Top medical center is selected. Entering player name R Hunt. Position RG. Injury type muscle cramps. Injury length 1 quarter. Injury length out for game. Injury type ACL sprain. Position FS. Player name J Holland. Injury length out for game. Injury length out for game. Injury type dislocated shoulder. Position WR. Player name J Waddle. Player name C Williams. Position C. Injury type broken ribs. Injury length 1 week. Injury length 6 weeks. Bangles selected. Injury type. Entering play call. Quick pass. There are 6 Y stick.
Ready.
Cross button.
Tua setting up shop to throw again.
Circle button. Triangle button. Triangle
Forced
button.
out to his left.
Triangle button.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And good quarterbacks know that when things start to break down and they're forced to flee the pocket, they can often count on their running backs to try and bail them out. That happened on that play. Nice gain.
Entering standard path. Quick pass. Plate. Run. Inside handoff. AHP ace power.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
McCaffrey running up the middle. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Entering play. AHP ace power. AHP inside zone.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
pass.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Pass.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Two and now, 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Trey Hendrickson, his second sack of the night.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Pass. Quick pass. Y stick. Play tight. Option is set to standard pass. Option is set to play action pass 6. Play pass. Combo slide.
We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter.
FG roll. Field goal 20. Unplanned. Player. There are 8. Formation. There. Play tight. There are 8. Run. Pass. Option is set to screen pass. Option is set to Hail Mary free. Option is set to play action pass. Ponty cross. Ponty flood. Ponty cross.
Tua on 4th down.
R1 button. R1 button. R1 button.
Touchdown Dolphins. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Play call, special teams, who have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Entering play call, play type. There are 8 categories. There are 6 subcategories. Option is set to run. Counter weak. Counter F. Play option run. Option is set to pitch 6 plays. Option is set to outside handoff. Option is set to inside handoff. AHP ace power.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Entering quick option coaching. Medical center is selected. Entering injury report screen. 5 rows 4. Player name C. Wilkins. Player name J. Holland. Position FS. Injury type ACL sprain. Injury length out for game. Bangles select. Injury type. Injury length. Player name no injured players. You entering franchise screen. You have 8 options. Resume is selected.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Entering plate. HPA's power.
On the double. Set, go. And cycle. Officer, green. Ready?
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Ready, go. Hill, run. Set, go. Ready.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Entering play call. Inside. QB run. Play type, formation, player, there are 8 cap, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Tyreek, Cox versus Cross.
Ready up.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Cross button.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
Triangle button.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
RP, special, pass, run, pass, quick pass, there, Y stick, stick.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Quick slant, Tyreek Hill with it. And he's brought down.
2 to Tyreek for the Miami first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Entering play call. Y stick. Stick.
Let's go now.
Circle
Tua
button.
going to throw.
Cross button.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Circle button.
Tua now on first down.
Triangle button.
His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki from 10 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Run. Pass. Quick. Y stick.
Okay, ready?
R1 button.
Tua going to try and throw for it.
R1 button.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
On one, right?
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They go play action with Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that one's going to be off target and
Entering
incomplete.
play call,
He shook his
coach
head right when he
suggestions.
released
There are
that
6
throw. He knew it was going to be a
categories.
little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
There are 6 categories.
Here we go. Here we go.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow will throw. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
There are 6
That's a strong
categories.
pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have cut it back within a score. Now, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
There are 6 categories.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. this is back to a 5-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that's on Austin Jackson, first-round pick in 2020.
HDS power. Play tight, there, option, run, pass. Quick pass, there, Y stick, threaten spacing. Square button.
Tua sets up to pass it.
Cross button.
On the right side, open is Gesicki.
Entering play
that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
AHD inside zone.
Second and 14.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Tagovailoa on third down here. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Jet pass FK zone.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to pass.
Circle button. R1 button. Triangle button.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means
he's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, you know, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And that's how you start a drive because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
how about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
On one, ready?
Inside handoff to Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Nick Needham picks it off.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15.
Entering play call, play type. There are 8 categories. There are 6 subcategories. Option is set to quick pass. 16 plays. You have 5 options. Pass is selected. Run. Pass. Quick. Jet pass FK. Jet pass FK zone. Jet Y stick.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua, throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The result of 1st down is a quick slant gets him 14.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Entering play, Y stick.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
R1 button.
Now Tua.
R1 button.
He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill.
Entering
They'll go
play
for a gain
call,
of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
R1 button.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Some great games coming up this weekend. The first one, a game in the NFL's International Series. The Minnesota Vikings taking on New Orleans. Set your alarms for that one, though. 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 a.m. Pacific. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the New England Patriots. Then on Sunday night, the one everyone's talking about, the Chiefs and Bucks, the Super Bowl 55 rematch. Do not miss that one. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Defend outside, defend medium pass.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Personnel, there are 8 categories. Play type, option, RP, special, pass, run, pass, quick pass, Y stick.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early.
Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party.
Entering play call, Y stick.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Entering play call. Y-stick. Y-stick.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10. Here's Tua. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. They could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Coach suggest punt plan, player, punt plan. There are 8 categories. Throw it, medium, the select. Punt plan, player, formation, play type. There are 8 personnel. There are 8 run, run. In AHPA's power.
Ready up.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Ready?
Now Burrow on first down. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories. Gun plan. Entering auto flip on pop-up. The eye will handle flipping your defensive play to best match the offensive formation. If you want to manually flip your defense in the play call screen, you can turn it off now. It will stay off until it is turned back on. Turn off auto flip. Keep using auto flip. Entering play call, coach cover 6. Gun plan. There are formation. Gun plan. There are 6 categories. Defend, medium, pass is selected.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Cover 1 robber is selected.
I'm on, Rick.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
Here we go.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Entering play call, defend, medium, pass. You have 33 options. Cover 1 robber is selected.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready?
Now it's Burrow. Got a man, and the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Personnel, there are 8. Play type, there are 8.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Plays, we have 5 options. Round is selected.
And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Entering play call. Safe man left. Base lock left.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Safe man left.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
This from 25 yards out.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
When you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Return left is selected.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. Well, they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Entering play. AHD ace power. AHD inside zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Option is set to standard pass. Option quick stick. Goal line fade.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
You have 12 options, punt is selected.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Entering play call on plan. There are 6 categories. Defend, medium, pass is selected.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how a drive is supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mixing up the middle. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Pass. You have 33 options. Cover 1 route is selected.
On 2.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Here we go.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and they'll remain down by 2. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
All coach suggestions. There are 8 cat twice tick. Gun plan. There are player. There are 8 cat. Gun plan. There are 8 categories. Throw it medium is selected. Throw it medium. Pop corner bench. Pop corner post.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10.
Triangle button.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Cross button.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Tua sets up to pass it. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 30 options. Cross drag is selected. Cross drag. Cross drag. Triangle
Tua
button.
on 4th down.
R1 button. R1 button.
That's Tua's running back complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. They finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school where I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 40 now on second down. Burrow. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Looking to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. So that is 2nd drive ending in a field goal now here in the 3rd.
Yeah, the first one got them closer, and this one gets them the lead, but I don't think they should fall in love with kicking field goals. They're going to need to put the ball in the end zone if they want to finish off this game with a win.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 on plan. There are player. There are 8 categories. Formation, I-form. Close, hockey thread. 95 mic. Power O. Spider mesh. Potty Spider mesh.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. McCaffrey running up the middle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Pass. Y stick. Y stick.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Square button.
Now Tua.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Circle button.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering play
back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
Entering play
so give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here we go.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here we go. 11, coming.
the gun to give to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
From midfield now, Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Circle button.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Triangle button.
And a completion to Wilson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Looking to pass. Tua completes it to the tight end, Smythe.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Entering play. Stick.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play tight, there, run. Auction is set to QB run 1. Auction is set to draw 3 plays. Draw, there, HB mid-draw.
Okay, right?
R1 button.
first down. This is McCaffrey. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Screen pass, AHB slip screen. Play type, run, pass. Option is set to Hail Mary 3 play. Option is set to quick pass 6. Y stick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Entering play call. Play type. Personnel. Play type. Special. Arc. Option. Run. Inside handoff. AHP ace power.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Entering play call.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Cross button. R1 button. R1 button. R1 button.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Two and now, 3rd and goal. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Formation, play hike, personnel, play, run, pass, quick, Y stick. Cross button.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 70. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Entering play call. Threatened spacing. AHB base. Threatened spacing. Gun plan. There are coach suggestion. Gun plan. There are 8 categories. Throw it medium is selected. Throw it Pagu corner. Bench. Smash. Slugosium.
Ready.
Cross button. Cross button.
Tua going to try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
There are 6 categories.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 16. Burrow will throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And I think he got it back. He did. So it was a great return, and they're able to maintain possession to keep the football.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
AHD split out. AHD sting. 26 euro. AHD sting.
2nd and 8.
Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
AHG inside zone.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Entering play call in AHG Ace Power. AHG inside zone.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, and now it'll be 4th and goal. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go.
Formation, there are 8 player, there are 8 category. Formation, play type, auction, run. AHG Ace Power. AHG inside zone.
Ready, break.
Cross button.
Here we go with McCaffrey. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bengals are going to get the football back.
The Bengals set to take over. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow down around his goal line.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
There are 6 categories.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
6 categories.
2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here we go.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
To throw, Burrow. Pass complete, Hurst.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing, Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow.
Cover 1 wholly selected.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And
they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
We have 15 options. Cover 1 wholly selected.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Here's Burrow.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are
Sanders
8
on for the extra point.
15 options. Bad attempt is selected.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So Burrow and the Bengals
down by 13. 53 ticks to go. Now the 4th down stop, the first of a series of events that will need to break their way, but bottom line, they're still alive.
Let's do this, man. Let's roll.
On 1, ready? Now Burrow.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Entering play call. Personnel, there are recent plays. First, play type, there are option, run. In HGA's power, HG inside zone.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Call, inside handoff. Play type, there are option, RPO, special, pass, special. Option is set to clock management. Option is set to special teams. Option is set to clock management 5 plays. Fix spike 3, spike ball, fix spike 2, spike ball, fix spike ball, fix spike, QB, fix spike, QB heel.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
Spike ball, fix spike, QB heel.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here.
Clock management.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. What a change in this ball game in the 4th quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the 4th quarter. That's how you author a late comeback and get a win.
So for the Dolphins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.